Hi, this is Tom with Selkcomm. This is a 2009 Ford F350 Super Duty Crew Cab, four-wheel drive, Powerstroke Diesel Pickup Truck. It was a Homeland Security vehicle. I'm going to describe this vehicle in the video, but I'm also going to make some general comments about this platform and about the 6.4 liter diesel specifically. And I'm going to title the video How to Buy a Good 6.4 Powerstroke Diesel Pickup Truck. It might seem a little self-serving to you, but this is a good one, so it's a good one to use as an example. People ask me why I deal in so many Ford diesel pickup trucks, and the answer is simple. You know, I'm here in El Paso, Texas. There's a large government presence here, large Homeland Security presence, and this is the platform that they decided to stick with. They had Chevys before, and I bought a lot of those and sold them. I've bought and sold hundreds of the Powerstrokes. So I've been baptized in fire as to the good points and the bad points. And I can tell you this, and I'm going to start out by saying it: if the truck starts out good, it'll end up good. So if it's a quality product from the beginning, and if it's maintained properly, then you won't have a problem. It's a 500,000-mile truck, and it's just simple as that. But if it starts out bad, it will be doom and heartache for the whole time you own the truck. So there's two qualities of these trucks out there. There's good ones and there's bad ones, and there's really no in between. I like the suspension on these trucks. I like it has a real rugged quality. They sit up kind of high. They're hard to beat up. You know, they will definitely stand the test of time. So that's one of the great things about these Super Duties. This one has power windows and locks, power side view towing mirrors, heated. Interior's in nice shape. They always take out these center consoles to put in a communication console. So that's why that's missing, and there are none in this area anymore. Like I said, I've literally traded in hundreds of these trucks, and all the consoles are dried up in this area. So you probably have a lot better chance of finding that console than I do. Truck has cruise control, nice MP3 stereo, which works great, four-wheel drive, of course, showing 93,915 on the miles. And let me show you something, and this speaks to what we were talking about earlier. It has 3347 on the engine hours. Now, what you're looking for when you're buying a Powerstroke diesel pickup truck, or any diesel pickup truck for that matter, is the relationship between the hours and the miles. These trucks need to be driven. It's as simple as that. And if they sit for a long time and idle excessively without being driven, it is an engine killer. So the rule of thumb is 1 hour per 30 miles. That reflects normal usage on any vehicle. So if you've got that ratio, you know, for instance, it's got 3,000 engine hours and 90,000 miles, you know, that fits right into the ratio that's healthy for this particular truck. Back seat's in good shape too. Nice clean headliner. Body's in excellent shape. These trucks, they're out here in the desert, you know, so they're never driven on salted roads. Most of them you can eat off the undercarriages. Nice set of tires. Some of these trucks are patrol trucks, and they have campers. That's the receiver hardware for the camper that goes on this bed. So you'll see that from time to time, but that's what that story is. It's got the factory towing package with the trailer plug there, class 5 hitch. Now I'm going to go into something here that is, I think, really good advice, but it's specific to what you can get done in your neighborhood. These vehicles, the 6.4, have what's called a diesel particulate filter, DPF. Most of the trucks this generation have them. You know, it doesn't matter. So get rid of it. It is an emissions device. It is designed to trap carbon emissions, soot basically. They plug up, and the truck is set up to go on what's called regeneration, which basically dumps raw fuel into the exhaust system to burn off the soot. And that particular system has been problematic. It just causes a whole variety of problems. The procedure for getting rid of the DPF and putting a straight pipe in is so simple it's crazy. I mean, there's YouTube videos out there to describe it. Very, very simple. You get rid of the DPF filter, put in a straight pipe, buy a good, reliable, simple tuner that will tell your computer to stop the regen process, and you'll have a truck that lasts 500,000 miles. They turn into bulletproof trucks with just that one simple thing. Now, the horsepower will increase dramatically. I think just with the delete and the simple tuner, you get like a 70 to 100 horsepower boost. And this also creates a problem because, you know, just because you can do something, it doesn't mean you should do something. And just because you've got an extra 100 horsepower and the truck flies, it doesn't mean you need to stick your foot in it, you know, every 30 seconds. So that's just a very durable truck. I mean, just unbelievably strong. But if you're going up a real steep grade, like between Phoenix and Flagstaff, and if you drop the hammer for about 50 miles, you know, you'll notice that all the trucks around you slow down to 20 because they know they're going to blow their motors. But if you drop the hammer and that twin turbo kicks in with just tremendous boost, they're wonderful. That's a recipe for disaster. So, like I said, just because you have all that power doesn't mean you need to, you know, do something crazy with it. Let me fire it up so you can hear it run. Now, we go over these trucks from end to end if you want to make sure that they're good machines. And one of the things that we test for is we get them up to operating temperature like this one is, and we look for blow by. Now, that's an unusually low amount of venting from the crankcase, I would say, but that shows a really healthy motor. It's a good one. Now, if you get a 6.4 diesel and if it's puffing smoke out, run. Absolutely run. Because that shows that you've probably got a burnt piston or God knows what else. And as I said, that's what we tend to see on these videos, is because nobody's going to say good things about, you know, nobody wants to talk about the good things. The only time they get involved in a conversation is when something bad happens. So there's a lot of videos out there talking about the bad parts, but this one here talks about the good ones. We always go through them from end to end. You know, we put in fresh batteries, air filters, fresh oil. These trucks demand fresh oil and fuel filters. Demand it. That's another thing. and use the good one. I mean, go to Ford, pay $70 for the right fuel filter. I think it filters down to 10 microns. All of these trucks, it doesn't matter if it's a Ford or a Chevy or a Dodge, have very sensitive high pressure fuel systems. And if those systems become contaminated, it's game over. It's $6,000 repair. Why do I know this? Because I've done it probably a dozen times over the years. It is a heartbreaker. You can get a bad tank of diesel. You can get a bad tank of gas. But if you get water in that system, and if you don't have good filters, if you don't have anything that's going to filter out that sediment, the fuel system will crater. It's as simple as that. There is a pump, a lift pump I call it. It's right underneath this door, and it has a little petcock on it that you can open and drain periodically. I do it when I get the trucks, and I suggest people do it once a month. It might take you 30 seconds to do it. It's just simple, simple, simple. Get yourself a glass, drain a little diesel off, see if you've got any water or sediment in there, and go on with life. It's preventative maintenance, but it could save you a lot of money. Another thing about these trucks that's desirable, like I said, I've sold a lot of them, a lot of happy customers, but there is a huge price advantage. These trucks generally are sold for, substantially under loan value, or at least I sell them that way. And I recondition them from end to end so they're good machines, and it makes them easy to buy. So if you get a good one right up front, and if you take care of it, if you change the oil every 5,000 miles, if you change your fuel filters every 10,000 miles, if you watch your fuel quality, and just, don't dog it, don't drive it like it's a race car, even though it wants to perform like one, the truck will last you forever. So I hope that answered any questions people have. You can call me here in El Paso at 915-244-2871. If you have any questions, this is Tom with Selkcomm, and I do appreciate your looking. Thank you.